Welcome to the month of August. And this month, I am saying that it's my month of overflow. What are you saying this month is for you? Let me know in the comment section. Now is the time of the month where I would come out and say you need to plan, re strategize, see it as a new beginning, see it as another opportunity for you to do the things that you want to do. Plan, re strategize, start, restart, whatever it is. And all of this is good because you have 5 more months in this year and it's time to pull in the big guns. But it's also okay for you to feel scattered, to feel overwhelmed at this particular point in the year or at this particular period of the month, and there is absolutely no problem with it. However, in this video, what we're going to do is help you to get mentally, spiritually ready for the next month and how to make sure that it is a great way to start the end of the year. If you're ready for that, get a glass of your favorite drink and let's get into today's video. Hey fam, how are you doing today? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Toby Achidime, and today we're going to be talking about resetting for August with your spirit and your mind. Have you ever heard of the word clutter? I'm sure you have heard of the word clutter, but I found a new meaning for what this word actually means, and I'm going to read from my notes. And it says clutter is stuck, stagnant energy that prevents you from living the life that you truly desire to live. So basically, what clutter does is that it gets in the way of you getting things done. It gets in the way of you seeing the results that you want to see and achieving what you want to achieve because it makes your energy stuck and stagnant. You literally can't do anything. And a good way to make this more obvious or more explained for us is that when you have clutter in your house, when your room looks very scattered, very disorganized, and there are just clothes everywhere, you find out that you struggle to be productive in that space because of the clutter that is there. And that is what clutter does for us, even in our spirit and in our mind. And so today we're going to be looking at 5 things that is going to help us to reset and get ready for this month and get rid of clutter that is going to stop us because we do need to get rid of clutter. Number one is that you want to pray and surrender. And so I started this video by saying the month of August is my month of overflow because I truly believe that it's going to be a month of overflowing blessings for me and mine. And that is what I am holding on to. But I start my process of the new month by actively praying and planning for it. I pray about the month and all the things that I want to do in the month. It is from the place of prayer that the word overflow comes from. And so, what you need to do in terms of being ready for a new month, in terms of your spiritual growth, is to pray about it. Pray about the goals you want to achieve, pray about the things that you want to do, pray and trust God with the fulfillment of the things that you also want to do. Because as much as we are praying about what we want, you also want to be able to surrender what you want to His will and to His desire because it's going to do what He wants to do for us. What we are assured of is that what He wants to do for us is always going to be good and is going to give us prosperity, good news, and good health. And so, in this season or in this particular point of resetting and getting ready for a new month, I'm talking to God about everything, and I mean everything: my distractions, my pains, my purpose, my goals, what makes me happy, what made me excited, what I'm looking forward to in the year, and making sure that as much as He knows it, I also know that this is what we're working towards in the year. And one of the things that helps me to do this is that I plan with my faith and focus planner. Now, the faith and focus planner is a devotional planner in the sense that you have every day a verse of the Bible that you can study using the SOAP method of study. And here we have, with the SOAP method of study, you have the scripture, you have observation. So with observation, you're observing what you get from the scripture. Application is you applying, seeing what you can apply from the scripture to your daily activities. One of the ways to make scripture true in our life is that we're actively doing what it says we should do every day that we study it. And number 4 is praying. So from the verse that you have studied, what are you praying about? So the Faith and Focus Planner has a page of it every day for you to study the Bible and to also plan for the day. So what are the things that you have to do? What are your top priorities? What are you doing every hour of the day? What are we eating this day? It's a planner that's going to help you to be ready every day in terms of your spiritual goals and even with your physical goals. So the goals that you have for your mind and your body and every other part of you. Trust me, it's a planner that you want to get. And it's available now with a discount code on the screen and also in the description bar. It's a digital planner so you can use it anywhere and you don't have to hold a physical copy of it if you don't want to. The second thing that I do with my reset is that I reflect on what the last month was like for me. So I'm not just looking at it based on what's made me feel terrible or anything. Because as much as reflection is something that we don't want to do or look forward to because we feel like you're going to feel bad or down about it, you also still need to do it because you learn what worked and what didn't work, what you did well, and what you need to do better at in the new one. So I would reflect on what the last month was like for me. What did I learn from it? What lesson am I taking into the new month? What lesson am I dropping in the last month? So that the next month is better than the last month. And this is why we reset. Point number three is that I write down the goals that I want to achieve in the month of August. So, what are the things that I want to focus on? And these, they don't have to be completely new goals. They can be goals that you have taken from the goals that you set at the start of the year. They can also be a continuation of the goals that you had in the last month. So with this, I don't overwhelm myself with the goals that I want to achieve every month. I give myself 3 to 5, and even 5 goals is a stretch because sometimes the fifth goal or even the fourth and the fifth goal are goals that I'm just going to be looking around. So you know how you just have something that you're like, this is what I would like to do, like a brief planning on it for it to be executed in the next month. So that is what I usually do. I would have 3 to 5 goals that I want to work with and focus on. Now, having this helps me to have a focus in the month. It helps me to know exactly what I'm working towards in the month that we are in this case, in the month of August. So, set the goals that you want to achieve. What are the goals that you want to achieve in this month of August? What are the things that you want to do? What are the things that you want to check as done in the month of August? Make it very clear and make it very certain. But in also doing this, you don't want to be rigid with it. So, for example, one of your goals is that you want to spend time with God every day. Now, if you say you want to spend time with God and the plan is to spend time with God in the mornings, what happens in the morning that you woke up and you couldn't spend time with God? Does that mean that you're going to go the whole day not spending time with God? No. What you want to do is that you want to be rigid with the goals that you have set, but you don't have to be rigid with how you're going to get to it. So your goal is to spend time with God every day. What I usually do with my goals is that I tell myself I'm going to do this by this particular time, and if I don't do it by this particular time, then I'm going to do it at another particular time. So I give myself the option of not giving up on the goal, but an option of if you don't do it when you originally planned to, you have another option of doing it at this particular time. And then I know that that second option is the option when it gets to being the option that I need to go with. The first thing that I do is that I plan intentionally. So if you look at the Faith and Focus planner, you will see that there are 2 month planning sheets. You have one that has the days of the month that you have, and then the must do, and then the to do list. And then you have another one that helps you to break down the goals that you have for the month into 4 different boxes, and that way you can work with it. So, for example, with me in the month of August, what I have on my 4 boxes are personal goals, career goals, spiritual goals, and then relationship goals, because those are the things that are important to me in this month of August. So, you have to define what is important to you in the month of August and set your goals as with that. If your relationship is not important to you this month, then you don't have to look at it. If your career is not important to you this month, then you don't have to set it as a goal. So you want to look at what those are and be very clear about it, and then intentionally plan for what they are going to mean for you in the month. This way you're organized in your planning and you're able to again know what you're focused on in the month. So we have 4 boxes because you don't want to overwhelm yourself by having 10,001 things that you say you want to focus on in the month. 4 is just enough for you to be able to plan according to it. Does this mean that you're not going to have a fifth, a sixth, or a seventh? No, but you know that your main 4, the main thing that you need to look at in this month of August are these 4, and this is what you're going to do as regards to them. And the fifth thing I'm going to say is a step towards your reset and getting ready for a great month of August in terms of your mind and your spirit is that you want to take action. Imagine if we have done all of this work of planning and writing down all the things that we need to do, and then we leave it as written down things without doing any action. Then it's going to be a fail. So you want to make sure that you're taking action. And the way that I do this is that as soon as I am done with setting the goal and writing out the plan, I write down a plan that I can take right now as regards it. So, for example, one of the goals that I have set for myself with this month is to show up every day by writing an article on Substack. So that means that I am going to write every day towards meeting up with that goal. Now, what's the action that I'm going to do today? I'm going to start writing. So it's either I start writing the article in the morning to make sure that there is an article that needs to go up, but there is an action that I must take as regards that. So that is what you want to do. You want to make sure that there is an action that you can take immediately you are done setting the goal towards it. If your plan is that you want to be a content creator in the month of August, then what are you going to do today? You want to maybe say, I'm going to study 5 content creators, or I'm going to see how to edit better, I'm going to see how to script better. The great thing about this research is that you can be done in 30 minutes or however long you need to do it. Point is that you don't need a lot of time for you to get into researching, and just following with these points that I have shared. And if you need a little more help or an extra guide on what you need to do with this research, well, that's the reason why we have the Faith and Focus Planner. So with this planner, you're able to check all the things that we've talked about in this video. You want to reflect on how the last month was for you. You want to be intentional about planning for your spiritual growth and your physical or even your mental goals as well. So you have a place where you can do a proper Bible study with a Bible verse that is there. So you don't even have to struggle to look for a verse to study. It's right there in the planner. Using the SOAP method of Bible study, you're able to read the scripture, then you can observe what you have gotten from that particular Bible verse that we have studied. And with the application, you want to write out how you can apply this every day, because one of the ways that we make scripture true with us is that you're able to apply it daily. And the last part of the Bible study is that you're going to pray with the verse that you have studied. So you can use this to be intentional about spending time with God every day. And the planner section you can use to plan for every single day and every hour, listing out your top priorities, the things that are important to you, even up to what you want to eat in the day. So if you would like to get this, it's now available on Gumroad. You can download it. It's a digital planner, so you can download it, and there is a discount code that you can use now for a few more days. It's in the description bar. It could also be seen on the screen. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you did. Share with your friends and family. Do not forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you next time. Bye.